Okay, so this is a 2004 Dodge 2500, Ram 2500. It's got 65,000 miles on it, and it sits a lot. And I also plow a little bit of snow with it, nothing heavy. And the control arms, I was backing it into my spot here, and the control arms, I heard a loud clunk, and I looked down, and the control arms are disconnected. You can see this from this picture, and I'm putting right here. The top one's completely severed, and the bottom one actually is too, but you just can't see it in the picture. So here's what they look like after I took them out. You can see this is the upper, and that's the lower, and the upper is the one that just rusted away right here, and the lower just kind of rusted away at the bushing. So anyway, let's explain how I did this. I took the inner fender out, and gave me access to it a little bit better. I've got a jack stand under the axle. I've also got the jack under the axle as well, and I also have a jack stand back there just under the frame so that nothing can really let go, because at this point this thing is kind of loose, and also when it broke it popped the stabilizer bar end link. I got new ones of those coming. So to take this off, I tried it with I didn't expect much, but I tried it with this electric impact on the nuts. I squirted them down with some PB Blaster, let them sit for a day. That didn't do much, and I kind of didn't expect it. And so I went to Harbor Freight and I bought one of these Earthquake XT pneumatic 1190 foot-pounds of torque, and that actually started moving the bolts. Now my air compressor isn't that big, so it took a while. It's only 8 gallons, and so I get 15 seconds worth of hammering, and then I've got to let it recharge. While I was standing in line there, I saw that 25-inch breaker bar for $15, so I picked it up. And so in the process of taking all this off, I was able to get 3 of the 4 off. I was able to get that one there, and the one down there. Got them loose. And the last one I cut with the Sawzall. I just stuck it into the next to the thing right in here and cut it, no problem. So I also used some heat on the nuts. I started out with the propane tank and got them as hot as I could, and obviously I don't have MAP gas anymore, so I got some of this MAP Plus. It seemed to help. It's not too much. It's not like the old MAP gas, but it's better than nothing. And the other thing is I had to leave this bolt in the frame because there's an oxygen sensor on the other side. That bolt was fine. It was a little rusty. I just cleaned it up. It's fine. So I'm going to reuse that one. I did buy a bolt kit from the guy on eBay. It was out of Dayton, New Jersey. It was $95 or $89 or something for all the bolts. It includes the camber bolts, which obviously I cut. I bought this new Moog lower tubular one. That should never rust apart. And the upper one's like a frame channel again, but I'll use that. So just a word on the tools. This is an extension with a wobble socket. I needed that for, I think, the one over there to get enough angle on it, or maybe it was the one up top, to get enough angle on it to be able to unscrew it. And I used 6 different sockets. Those are all 18, 21, and 24 in both short and deep impact sockets. And you definitely need the combination. So at one point we put the shorty on the other side and the deep one this side with the wobble and hit it with this impact. And after some heat, they started turning, and eventually they came off. So I can't say anything bad about this Earthquake XT Harbor Freight impact. There was a coupon. It was 99 bucks. And with that other breaker bar I have another shorter breaker bar as well, so I had 3, but that longer one helped. So all of it helped. So I was able to get them off even though the nuts were a complete disaster. So I will put these back on. I also have new end links coming. They'll be here tomorrow or something, next day. And hopefully the truck is back in business. And you know, this thing has got a lot of rust on it, and what are you gonna do? I just need to keep it going and for a little bit longer, and I'm done with it. So all I gotta say is keep trying. If you need to, cut them off. Oh, by the way, those are some those are 14, I think 14 teeth branch, maybe 10 or 14, and they seem to go about 2/3 of the way through those bolts, because they are grade 10.9 bolts, and they sort of dulled out. So I just used 2 blades for each one, and because they're not that expensive, just cut until it stops really cutting, and then just put another one on and keep going and cut right through it. So it took me about 5 minutes to cut the front one out, that camber bushing. And this is not particularly difficult. It's just time consuming and a big pain in the ass. It helps if you got somebody else to hold the wrench for you too. So good luck, guys.